You know, ever since I was a little kid, when I used to think the Penguin, I used to think Danny DeVito. Oh, I still love Danny DeVito, but when I think of Danny DeVito, I don't think the Penguin anymore. I think,
this is ham, soaked in rum.
welcome to Fantropolis, a place where we rewrite Gotham just for the fun of it. Our story starts off at Bamonte's. Bamonte's. Come for the breadsticks, stay for the ravioli. The restaurant was first created by the Maronis, a family that comes from Italy, and they settle in Gotham, saying this is the land of opportunity. After they tragically passed away, the restaurant was left to their son, Salvatore. Now, Salvatore, he loves this restaurant. It's part of his family's legacy, but he wants to set a legacy of his very own. So he ended up working for a guy named Falcone. Now, I'm going to explain Falcone's deal in another video, and a lot of you know about Falcone. They have watched Gotham and have read the comics. No Falcone. All you need to know, for those who haven't, is he's formed this table of the top families in Gotham, the richest. He convinces them to buy properties in Gotham. And then he would find a lot of ways to make money. He would find a lot of ways how to make their money back threefold. Not always in the most legal way. And who he would get were these street captains that would do the dirty work, and bury all the bodies. Maroni worked his way up to a street captain. He became a made man, but he wanted more. He wanted a spot at that table. He knew he had brought in more money than anyone. He just needed that meeting with Falcone that he has yet to get. Maroni's biggest contribution to Falcone was Bamonte's itself, because that place is perfect for money laundering. Plus, it makes a really good clubhouse for all the riffraff and all the other street gang members, and they could feel welcome. So there's Maroni. He's counting the collections. This is a lot of money. Over $30,000 that week. Over $30,000 he's collected over that week. I told you he's very good at this. Not only does he make the mandate, but he makes more. You see, you need to impress Falcone. And that's how you impress Falcone. By showing him what really matters. The money! Then in walks Butch Galzine. Butch Galzine is the head of security for Falcone. And he's the guy that's responsible for all the street captains. So that makes him Maroni's boss. Every single week he comes in and he collects this money. And every single week it looks like it visually hurts Maroni. I know what you're all thinking. I'm supposed to be here to talk about Oswald Cobblepot, the guy who becomes the Penguin. I know. I just had to set the foundation because in the kitchen, that's where Oswald was. And the ironic thing up to this point is Oswald is the only employee of Bamonte's that has never broken a law. He is a good boy. Well disciplined, well mannered, because his mother taught him that way. But Butch Galzine, he looks in the window of the kitchen and he sees the restaurant manager, Lou, completely and utterly yell at Oswald. You call those dishes clean? Disgusting. You're disgusting. Oswald's like washing the dishes. I'm sorry, sir. He's trying his hardest to try and not make Lou angry. Because Lou gets angry easy. Especially at him. He seems to be the only person he yells at. You call this dish clean? Butch walks into the kitchen, grabs Lou by the neck, begins to punch him religiously. He's got this mark already. He then, one hand on the shirt, throws him in front of Maroney. He's still sitting there. He disrespected Falcone's biggest investment. Maroney's sitting there. He's looking down at Lou. He's the one that told Lou to be relentless on the kid. You see, Falcone sent him to work for him. He couldn't fire him. The only way to get rid of him is by getting him to quit. So he put that duty to Lou, which he obviously failed. So Maroney's sitting there. He's looking down at Lou, pretending he has no clue that Lou has treated him this way. Patooey. Shame on you, Lou. Butch brings him back up. He signals for Oswald to come out of the kitchen. Butch Galzine has a reputation in Gotham. If he tells you to do something, you do it. He holds Lou. He goes, have you ever thrown a punch before? No, sir. That changes today. And he's holding Lou. He instructs him, bring his hand back, and then fall forward. Fall forward. I've never really hit anyone myself. I don't really know the description of hitting someone. The biggest threat I am is an opinion on YouTube. Shh. So after the first couple hits, Oswald gets it. And then he starts thinking of all the times Lou has yelled at him. And this is like the water boy. And he's laying into him, and with one final shot, and boom! Knocks Lou to the ground on the wooden floor. Oswald's like hyperventilating. He's never been in a fight before. He's never been in an argument with someone before because he never had the guts to. Now, when I say that Falcone has an investment in Oswald, it's because he's the one he wants on his table. You see, Falcone has a big investment in young Oswald. Is the person that is going to be inheriting the Cobblepot fortune. So, of course, that's another major name, and not to mention money, to have for your cause. And Oswald has no real clue of what's really happening here. In his mind, his dad left town years ago. At least that's what Maroney told him. When in reality, Cobblepot Sr. wanted nothing to do with this social club. He's a good Christian man that thought it was filth to pour money into establishments that just draw debauchery and sin. Seeing as Falcone has such a good respect for Cobblepot Sr., A, we kill you and your family, or B, you leave Gotham and we wait till you die, and your family will be well protected. So Cobblepot Sr. hasn't been seen in well over 25 years. Shows his face in Gotham again. He's dead. So Butch Galzine, his job is to follow through the plans. So he instructs Maroney, I want you to personally take care of this kid. Not just throw him in a kitchen, to learn from a guy named Lou. He goes, I want you to mentor this kid. I want you to teach this kid. Every single thing you know, every single thing you have forgotten, I want you to teach him. Because obviously, he's not learned a damn thing from him, pointing to Lou, who's just bleeding all over the place. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching episode 1 of the Penguin rewrite. Wait, spoilers, he turns into Penguin. But thank you for watching. We love you guys. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Just don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially comment, please. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your insults. Please give me your best and worst.